Good evening, friends. Miss Janet with Alexander Hamilton Memorial Free Library. And for this evening's bedtime story, I would like to share with you a story about a hedgehog. And it's Hedgehog Needs a Hug. And I'm joined tonight by two of my hedgehog friends here. All right. This book was written by Jen Bedtime. Hedgehog Needs a Hug. And this book was written for Mark, who happens to give the best hugs. When Hedgehog awoke in his cozy nest, he felt down in the snout and droopy in the prickles. I'll feel better if I get a hug, he thought. Well, that's a good idea, isn't it? So he was feeling a little bit down. I don't know if my friends or you have felt a little bit down sometimes, like Mr. Hedgehog. But I think probably trying to get a hug is a great idea, don't you? Hedgehog poked his nose into the sunshine and he toddled toward Rabbit's grassy den. Rabbit, I need a hug. Will you give me one? He asked. Oh, I'm sorry, Hedgehog. Rabbit slowly backed away. I have the sniffles. I'm afraid I will give you a cold if I hug you, he said. And hoppity skippity scram, she was gone. Oh, achoo! Echoed out of the den. Oh, poor Rabbit, said Hedgehog. Aw, and see, this is the rabbit and the hedgehog. Let's see who else he tries to get a hug from. Hedgehog wandered across the clearing to the hollow log where Raccoon slept. Raccoon, I need a hug. Will you give me one? He asked. Aw, look at Hedgehog asking Raccoon. What do you think Raccoon is going to say? You think he'll give him a hug? Let's see. I'm sorry, Hedgehog. Raccoon ducked back into the shadows. I'm afraid I have the most frightful garbage breath. You don't want to come near me, he explained, and he scampered into the dark of his log. I don't mind garbage breath, called Hedgehog, but Raccoon was gone. Oh. See, Mr. Raccoon? He did scamper back into his den, didn't he? And it doesn't look like poor Hedgehog got a hug. He must be feeling pretty low by now. Hedgehog trudged over to Turtle's sun-soaked resting spot. Turtle? Looks like the turtle was sleeping. Oh my goodness, he's in his shell. Oh, never mind, said Hedgehog, and he sighed and he shuffled away. Poor little Hedgehog, he didn't see anyone else to ask. Was there no one who would give him a hug? Poor little Hedgehog. Look at him, standing in the middle of the forest. I would give him a hug if I were there, wouldn't you? I'm so sorry, no one will give you a hug, said the fox slyly and slinking over. I'm not afraid of your spines, little Hedgehog. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that fox. Do you think he really wants to give Hedgehog a hug? I don't know about that. What do you think, friends? I'll give you a big kiss, said Fox. Oh my goodness gracious. I think Hedgehog knows that he's not going to get a kiss from the fox, don't you? Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. He did taste him in his mouth, and those prickles that Hedgehog put up, because that's what they do to protect themselves, got him in the mouth, and I'll bet they hurt. They prickled and hurt, right? Oh my goodness. Hedgehog scurried into the bracket. He shuddered, thinking of Fox's sharp teeth. He was very tired of asking for hugs. Maybe he should just go home. Aw, doesn't he look very worried, friends? He looks like he's just tired and wants to go home. Well, then Hedgehog heard some soft sobs coming from the clearing beyond his bush. "What's the matter, Skunk?" Hedgehog asked, keeping his distance. "No one will give me a hug, and I feel so blue," Skunk said. Aw, look at that. So we have a hedgehog and a skunk, and they both need hugs. Do you think they're going to give one to each other? Let's see. Hedgehog took a deep breath, and he tip-pitted-pattered close to Skunk. "I feel blue too, Skunk. I will give you a hug." Skunk looked at Hedgehog's prickles. Then she slowly opened her arms. Aw. So it looks like they're both willing to take a chance, huh? The skunk is willing to try to give Hedgehog a hug with his prickles, and Hedgehog seems like he's willing to give Skunk a hug as long as she doesn't make it smelly, right? Very gently, Hedgehog gave her a hug. Aww, very gently. And they both felt better. Aww. And so it looks like they each made new friends, doesn't it? And no matter what kind of day you're having, a hug always makes you feel better, doesn't it? Well, thank you for letting me into your home, and thank you for letting me share this bedtime story with you. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye now.